Hello everyone, it's me again, Lawrence, your instructor. Today I'm going to review chapter 1 with you. So I'm going to briefly go over the key points of chapter 1. This is also the guideline for you to study for the exams. Okay, for each chapter I'm going to go over the key points with you in this format. Okay, so basically chapter 1 is a introduction, as any other textbook does. They're going to briefly introduce the subject, the structure of the textbook, and what we're going to learn, basically. Okay, so let's start. I'm recording the textbook and my lecture with the video camera, so it's not super high definition, but I'm working this with my textbook. You can basically see what page I'm on and what's the key points I highlighted, so you can basically find those key points with your own textbook. Okay, so let's get started from page 3, introduction. Okay, if you are using a older version, early version textbook, basically try to find the title of each section, and basically the contents are the same. Okay. So first, in the introduction, in this section, I'm going to point out that information technology is everywhere nowadays. Think about it, your life. We all have a cell phone, smartphone. We are using computers. We communicate with our friends using Facebook, all the social medias, and basically that's a personal life. It's everywhere in our life, especially in business. If you think about how you and me as a consumer contact the business, we may send an email, we may use the online e-commerce platform, we may call customer service, we may track our online orders through a website. So those are all information systems. Now within business, their operations basically all rely on information system. So basically it's kind of a backbone. Information system, information technology and information system is the backbone of modern business. Okay. So next here, section 1.2. Okay, I highlighted several sentences. One fact is that no matter the economy is good or bad, the IT budget is always a high priority. Okay, so it's right here. IT budgets usually get a high priority, no matter the economy is good or bad. This is especially important for us to know, because as an IT professional, we know our job is important. We are doing the important stuff for business. Okay, so you and me should feel proud of us. Okay. Next thing I want to share with you is the next section, the changing nature of information technology. Probably many of you are aware of this. The nature of information technology is changing. So what it means we need to constantly update our knowledge base. Okay. Excuse me for a second. Okay, sorry about that. So the truth is, we need to update our knowledge base from time to time. If no matter you're very good at Java, C#, you probably after 1 or 2 years you need to learn something new. Okay. Good thing about this, you always get something new and exciting to learn. The bad side is that you should always be ready and prepared for new stuff. Okay, and here the fact is that story that mentioned in textbook is that IBM used to be typewriter, an office equipment provider. Okay, they are not IT consultant today. They were a company that offering office equipment and typewriters. And you see, after many years evolving, nowadays IBM, they become a giant IT solution providers. Okay. Okay. Next thing, page 4. Information System Analysis and Design, the section 1.2.2. One important concept is this: an information system combines technology, people, and data to provide support for business functions. So what I'm trying to say is, information system is not only about hardware, software, network system. It also include people and data. Okay, so when we talk about information system or management information system, we must emphasize that people and data are part of it. Okay. Next section. What does a system analysis do? This section, I want to introduce the concept that the role of system analyst. Okay, the important sentence for this section is this: the key, if I pick keyword, is the keyword will be transform. Okay, so a system analyst basically transform business requirements into IT projects. Okay, so what they say is, as a system analyst, your job is to talk to end user, who are the business user, who at most time do not know much about information technology. Okay, and you talk to them, collect their requirements. Okay, but what kind of information system they need. Okay, and then you translate those end user requirements into IT project and IT information system specifications. And those specifications will be used by a development team, like developers, system administrators, that IT team can understand. Okay, so you translate end users' requirements into IT specification, which will be used by the IT professionals and implement or maintain the system. To put it other words, there are basically 3 types of roles. On the very left-hand side is the end user. Okay, they provide knowledge of business. Okay, they're expert of the business processes, knowledge domains. Okay, on the right-hand side, you mentioned that there are IT professionals. They know very well about information technology. They know how to set up an information system. They know how to maintain the system. They know how to fix problems. But these two group of people, it's very hard for them to talk to each other. Okay, end user, which the business experts, they do not know how to talk to. I should not say they do not know. They usually do not have the proper language. Okay, to talk to the IT professionals, and IT professionals such as programmers, they do not understand how the end users think about the information system. So you think, if you can imagine that scenario, and there is missing role in between, which the system analyst gonna fill in. Okay, so you, as a system analyst, gonna fill in the role that in between. You stand between these two group of people, and you have the capability to talk with end user and talk with a developer, and make sure everything goes well in terms of implementing the system or maintaining the system. So your role as a system analyst is critical. Okay, and that's why company pay very good salary for system analyst. Okay, so this is the thing I want to explain to you, the role of IT system analyst. Next thing is the information technology, information system components. Okay. First thing you have to really remember is the figure 1-5 right here. Okay, this figure. So basically shows an information system has 5 components: the hardware, software, data, processes, and people. Okay, there's no much thing I can explain this. It's basically explains itself. Information system have these 5 components. And then the next several sections are talk about the details of each of these 5 components. Okay. Let's go to the software section. In the software, people classify the software into system software and application software. Okay, here it is, system software, and then next page, get the application software. Okay, system software are the operating systems most of the time. So like Windows, Unix, Linux, those are typical popular system software. Application software is any software that you use for daily work. For example, the Microsoft Office, Acrobat PDF reader, or any ERP system. Those are the software, application software that runs upon system software. A concept here you should know, it's called legacy systems. Okay. Be sure to understand what a legacy system means. Okay. Basically, it's kind of the old system which is still running, but the company is ready to replace it with a new system. Okay. Next several sections, nothing I want to cover. Next section is the business today. Okay, 1.4. So after we briefly explain information system, next thing we want to know is about business. Okay. So we have to understand how business operates before we can really provide the right information system to it. Okay. First thing I want to show to you is the B2C and the B2B. The 2 concepts of e-commerce is easy to understand: business to business or business to consumer. it's easy concept, and I think you should understand it by reading the textbook. EDI, here the concept EDI is very commonly used term. Basically, it means two companies, they are sharing data using electronic approach. Okay, this is called EDI. Very general term. Business model. So many companies, they want to model their business processes. Sometimes they use the graphical representations. Just basically draw something like flow charts to explain a business operations. So business process model here is pretty widely used term. Again, BPM is graphically display one or more business processes. Here is an example. Next, enterprise computing. And the term ERP, I think we are all familiar with this. An example would be, think about our Blackboard system, your student record management system, your class registrations, all putting everything together will be enterprise resource planning solution. Okay. Very end here, transaction processing. Okay, you should know this term. Okay, information system is applied in business in several ways. Okay, transaction processing is kind of the ordinary application of information system. So what is a transaction processing system? These systems are the system that's recording every transaction and save the database and make it ready for further investigations, like order taking system. That's a typical example of transaction processing. Okay? Then we got a business support system. I cross out here and make another a more modern term to call this is a business intelligence application. This is a typical application of information technology in business. So a type of system that can collect the information and synthesize it, integrate it, and extract useful information to support business decision making. Those systems we call it business support or business intelligence system. Okay. Lately, we are all seeing a trend of business analytics applications, and this is part of extension of this type of system. Okay. And the typical term here, management information system, MIS. Okay, it's very widely known. I encourage you all to read the paragraph here. Okay, help you understand the term. Here, RFID. Just make sure you know what it is. It's a technology to wirelessly track physical stuff. Okay. Knowledge management, you don't have to know anything about that. User productivity systems. Those are systems like email, video conference, but any system that can help your improve your personal productivity, we can call it user productivity system. Okay. One thing, let's go back to the RFID. One fact I have to share with you is this: the RFID, people say a lot about it, but lately Walmart tried to implement RFID in the large-scale sense, but finally they gave up this project because I want you guys to know the reason. Okay, the reason is the cost. Okay, RFID like one chip could cost several 50 cents, something like that. But when you implement in everywhere, it could cost a lot of money. I mean, if you have thousands items, that's fine. But you have a million of thousands every month or every 6 months, then it costs much more money compared to the cost of a barcode. So Walmart finally gave up a project that you try to use RFID. Okay. Next page, the business structure. What information system do user need? So first of all, let's get familiar with this chart. Okay. So a typical organization have this type of management hierarchy. Okay, so we have top managers like CEO level, then we have middle managers and knowledge workers like a CFO, lawyers, those stuff. Then under it we get a supervisor and then team leaders. Then we get operational employees. Okay, this is a very typical company or organization structure. On the right hand side is like a rolling wheel. It shows that information technology is everywhere, all over the used by all the managers, CEO, middle managers, supervisor, and operational employees. Okay. And the next several section explains what's the responsibility of these managers. Okay, so CEO usually do the strategic plans. Okay, they point out the direction that the company should go, and then the middle managers provide direction, necessary resources, and performance feedback to supervisor and team. Okay, so middle manager kind of understand the overall direction made by the CEO, and then absorb it, and then provide directions to the team leaders. Okay, and then supervisor and team leaders carry out the day-to-day functions by supervising the team, and the operational employees just do the hands-on work. Okay. Okay. Now we have some basic understanding about information system and organizations. So next the question is how to build the information system within the organization. Okay. And then we got a modeling tool. Okay. First thing is the modeling. The modeling basically means the information, either the employee or the information professional need to understand the business process before they can provide information system solutions. So modeling basically is a graphical representation of a concept or process. Okay, basically, if you are a system analyst, you first of all you want to try to understand business operations. You're probably going to use the modeling tools. Okay. Okay. 1.8.2 prototyping. So make sure you understand what is the prototype. Prototype is early work version of an information system. So there's some companies do the information system this way. They quickly develop a prototype, and they can quickly show that prototype to the end user, and make sure they have the correct accurate understanding of user requirements before they really start to develop the system. So that's the approach of a prototyping, and it's pretty widely used by many companies who is providing IT solutions. The case tool, we're gonna have hands-on project for this, so we're going to cover the details in later chapters. System development methods. Basically, we introduce two types of development methods: structured analysis and object-oriented analysis. Okay. So, structured analysis versus object-oriented analysis. So, structured analysis is a typical approach, which means when you start develop the system, first you do planning. So okay, you try to plan the system, and then you edit the user requirements, you edit the system analysis specification. You do things step by step. Okay, that's if you're familiar with the waterfall model, it's a typical structured analysis approach. Okay, we're gonna have a chapter 5, a whole chapter cover this approach. So a lot of these concepts you're gonna learn that from that chapter. Okay, such as SDLC. Here we go. System development life cycle. It's very important concepts. Okay, so make sure you read and understand it. This figure right here on my page 20. Okay, this is a very typical activities in a system development life cycle. Okay, so we have basically 5 activities using a structured approach to develop the system, information system. So, okay, in the system planning phase, speaker to our class and talk about IT careers. Okay, so you're gonna have a better understanding of what kind of jobs are available there that you can think about. Okay, but you can read through the chapter here to try to understand what's the